Probably.
I gotta say though, Sean, you're in great shape, man. I didn't know you run like this all the time.
I'm a big-time runner. Now, when I don't run,
yeah,
I get fat.
Yeah.
Interestingly, when I do run, less fat.
Huh, interesting. I may have to take that advice, too. Twitter, not fat advice.
Right.
That's good.
Or you just stand outside and smoke. It does the exact same thing.
Right.
Well, I've been trying that for years.
Oh, it's not working?
No, not as quickly.
No.
Maybe you're not
do not take my advice, then. I probably don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, I never know what I'm talking about.
It is always strange at the end of a 10K or something, and you see the runners like lighting up, and you think,
really?
Well, sometimes you see that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, they're like they earned it.
Oh, people
earned the right.
When they have the races out here, the people will get done and they will go have beers at the bar. Like a lot of bars are open. I'm not shitting you. I mean, they go to they do it a lot.
I love it.
Replenish
5Ks or whatever
Doesn't that dehydrate you more though? Don't you need water?
The whole rate. Beer is 80% water.
Yeah.
So
there's water in the beer.
I think Run Third's really interesting, though.
All right, let me explain it.
Yeah, go ahead, because I think this is really great.
All right, well, I appreciate it. What I've run in so many. I was a cross country runner in high school. I've been running 10K since I was probably 14. I love it. I never dedicated a race to anybody. Like I've participated in lots of races where. The whole point of it was for cancer research, and everybody wears a pink shirt or a pink ribbon or something, and so you just see 10,000 people wearing pink in kind of solidarity for cancer research, right? I've done those kind of things, but I've never stood up and said, I'm going to run this race in honor of this person or this cause or this idea. So one of the followers on Twitter asked if she could interview me. She has a blog about running, and I have been posting my 10K times, but no one had ever really asked me about that. So I agreed. She sent me like 9 questions, and when I sat down to write it, I wrote about every question was maybe a sentence or two long, and my answer was like a page and a half. I wrote like a 25-page, and I realized like, wow, this is something that really means something to me. And the LA Marathon has a thing where they call it run for something.
Yeah.
And run for something. And so they do fundraisers and this kind of thing. And I started feeling kind of ashamed that I had never used my voice as a public figure or used the fact that running means so much to me, and then I tried to understand what it was. And what I realized was running for me is a very selfish thing. It's very personal. You gut it out on that 14th or 15th mile. When you get where you're going, there's this feeling of like, I did it. It was me against the world, me against the elements, and I did it. So there's that. But then I started realizing maybe I'm 41 years old now. Maybe I'm at a place where I don't need that thing in my core while I'm running. Maybe I can expand myself a little bit. And I said, but I didn't want to give up the other thing. So I said, okay, I wrote a mission statement. I said, I run first for myself. And then I thought I run second for my family, my wife, Christine, and our 3 daughters, Alexandra, Elizabeth, and Isabella, 15, 9, and 6 years old. Like, they support me. They're patient. They have to listen to all my stories from the road. They want to do stuff, and I'm running. It actually is a lot of sacrifice for the family of someone who is a marathon runner. So I run second for them. And then I thought, I'm going to run third for, quote, unquote, you.
Okay.
So I came up with hashtag run third, which is the # RUN and then the number 3 RD, hashtag run third. And basically, I started encouraging people. I started promoting the hashtag on my website or on my Twitter thing. And I said, make a dedication. And people now, it's gotten to such a thing where someone will say, hashtag run third for my dad, John, he has Alzheimer's. Run third for my son who has autism. Run third for so-and-so who's a soldier coming back for that thing. Run third for so-and-so who's fighting cancer. Run third for stopping bullying. Run third for domestic abuse. Run third, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. And what I'm going to do is on the back of my race shirt, I'm going to wear in big colorful letters, hashtag run third. And then I'm running for all of them.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So it gets the message out there.
Well, it's a moment. It doesn't cost anything. Yeah. It doesn't hurt anybody. And I'm out promoting. I set a goal. I had about 13,000 Twitter followers.
Yeah.
And I said, let's get it to 26,200 followers by time of the marathon, which is 26.2 mile marathon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's no reason for it to have to get there. It's fine what it is now. But a couple of the fans have figured out how to print out all of the dedications on a little micro thing, and I'm going to carry that with me.
Wow.
So it's just sort of it's been really moving and really fun, and also it's funny too. People like you. I'm sure if you did a hashtag, you'd come up with something appropriately silly. You know, hashtag run.
I gotta come up with hashtag. Hashtag
you silly goose, you.
Hashtag run for the obese.
Hashtag run third for obese. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I get a lot of that because
There you go.
a lot will say run third because I can't. Run third for me because I can't.
There you go.
Run for.
I think Matt's would be hashtag run to the bathroom.
Right.
Probably.
There you go. That's what I was waiting for. And that's funny too. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Sentiment will be in my pocket while I'm running 26 miles.
That's great. I love this. And so when's the LA Marathon? What day is it?
It's March 18th. It's in 13 days.
Okay.
So we're right down in the final countdown. The last 2 weeks of marathon prep is gets fun.
And people need to go to @SeanAstin to follow, and also runthird.com.
You said that like you knew what you meant.
I know.
That was awesome.
I know.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm
You
learning.
listen?
I'm learning here. I wanted to also.
Sean, I'll tell you, Sean. Here's what I can do for you. I will put that on my Twitter, and I can get you a bump of like 3 people. All my followers, you're gonna get an extra 3 people.
How many followers
So-
you got, MG? Let's not
And
get
you know something? You don't even have to thank me.
Wait, Raji, I can look you up right now and find out how many followers you are. But save us the time and just tell us how many followers you got.
I think it's like I think it's just under 6,000.
I'll give you the exact
Wait.
amount. It's
You
5,996.
said just a-
He's putting
Okay,
up
hold on,
some
Boom.
Oh,
Boom.
look at that. 5. Oh, I'm 4 away from 6. Wow, look at that.
I'm gonna follow you right now.
Oh, yes.
I don't think Sean's following us. He's
No.
following Ranji.
Would you follow us?
Wait, hold on.
Well, yeah.
Love connections on here.
First. Okay, hold on.
See, this is what you see, Matt. This is what you do. You bring people together.
Yeah, yes.
Raji,
So,
what's
You
your?
see what's happening now, Matt? Now they're going to be talking about us during the interview via social media.
Wait. This is actually now modeling the behavior. This is like in driver's ed, right? Like first we describe.
That's quite a coincidence. I just got out of traffic school today.
Did you really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it fun?
Oh, it was great. I watched some instructional videos from 1988.
What did you do? What did you do to earn the right to sit in that class?
I was earned. I earned it. I did earn it. I was making a left turn. There were still pedestrians in the crosswalk. They had already crossed the point where I was going to turn in. That's something that they don't ticket you for in Chicago, but they're big on it here because the laws here, the traffic laws here, are very stringent.
Yeah. Did you get to watch License to Drive for graduation?
No,
or-
we did not.
Oh, okay.
No. We all.
Corey Feldman come in and
we
give
took
a
up
speech.
at the end. We took up all our citations and our empty wallets and our checkbooks with zeros in the balance columns and threw them up in the air.
Oh, that's beautiful.
No, it was good. It was fun times.
All right.
Yes,
So
anyway,
so Sean's adding Chris Ranji. Ranji's
Right, Raji.
adding
What's
Sean.
your Twitter handle?
It's cleverly named Chris Ranji.
okay. See, they're going to be
pretty good.
talking
After
about
that, after the A with a circle
Okay.
around it.
That's CHRISRONGEY. There you
Are you
go.
from India?
Yeah.
Are you from India, Chris?
No, you know what? Some people do think
It's an
that. Some
Y,
people,
not an I.
EY, right? EY. G-E-Y.
yeah, it's EY.
Yeah, there you
It's a bastard. See,
Ohio-
I know that everybody. I know this is a very interesting story. It's a French name. In France, it is spelled Ranger. It's Ranger. And so I had ancestors that bought land in Missouri, kind of near St. Louis, and they couldn't write in English, so that's how the clerk thought it sounded to him. So he spelled it R-O-N-G-E-Y, and that's how it
Now,
became
wait a
that.
minute.
Plus,
Is
Chicagoans are like, "Hey, Ranji."
Is that where you got your nickname,
Yeah.
the Ranger? Come on.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that is exactly where I got it.
I've been trying to
I
figure
didn't.
that out.
with an O.
Well, I didn't.
Is it
I didn't really
R-O?
intend for it to be a nickname,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I told somebody the
I-
story, they ran with it and thought it was great.
I was trying to figure out your nickname, the Ranger, for like 3 years, and I thought it had some really cool, like, drinking with hot broad story behind it, and now I just find out it's your French name. Not as
Well,
great.
my thinking now is how you would take the name Ranger and think that has to have something to do with drinking with hot broads.
I thought
It
you
has
had
to,
a
I mean-
cowboy hat on, like Walker, Texas Ranger style. I thought you were, like, lassoing hotties in a bar somewhere.
Okay, well, yeah, I do have a, Texas Star belt buckle.
Wow, Sean just got you up to 98. You're 2 away from
5,998.
6,000.
That's beautiful.
So
Oh
here's
man, really?
Yeah.
If you have, I think it's like 1/8 Like if you go out and promote somebody, like please follow so and so.
Yeah.
I think 1/8 of your followers will do that. That's my rough estimation.
Well, I'm going to do that.
See, that might be true for most people, and I think 5,000 of mine hate me. So they're not going to do anything that I suggest to them.
Yeah. Have you ever thought that some of our followers or people who are fans of the show, are you a little afraid of some of them?
Yes.
Yes.
I get a lot of weird women that stalk me.
Yeah.
I don't know
You're a
if you
good-looking
know
guy.
this. No. Well, thank you, Sean. I should take a compliment. Thank you.
Compliment.
I don't know if you know this, but when I put my phone away, you're asleep usually. But I get weird black phone calls at like 2 a.m.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
And they're from like strange women.
Okay.
Yeah, like unreal stuff. But that's not for here nor there. I did want to ask before we get to the movies and back to Run Third. I talked to Valerie Morella, who's a good friend of mine the other day, daughter of Gorilla Monsoon. And she tells me that Sean Astin was a big wrestling fan growing up. Is that true? Were you like a WWF dude?
Well,
Did you go to the shows?
When we did the Goonies?
Yeah.
You know this?
Yeah, with Lou Albano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rowdy Piper.
Yeah.
And those guys. Yeah.
Captain Lou the Sea Monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. With the off his beard, the rubber bands hanging off his
Yes,
beard.
yes.
All right, so I think I probably went to a few of the wrestling-ish events. I don't remember actually being like ringside watching the Hammer or whatever the thing is. I don't remember that, but I remember being kind of like part of that culture for a couple years.
Yeah, did you like Hulk Hogan? Was that the Hulk Hogan period?
You know, Thunderlips was fine.
Thunderlips.
He was great. And that was fine, but I mean, I felt like I was like,
I like
earlier to the party.
Thunderlips instead of Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah.
That I like.
A Hulkster.
That I like.
Yeah.
Well, everybody likes Hulk Hogan, but when you talk about that, like he was like the Michael Jordan, I guess, of that sport.
Yeah.
And he took it to the next level, and he was starred in the movie with Sylvester Stallone and everything. But
Rocky
to me,
III.
but I like Rowdy Piper. I like
I love Hot
Lou
Rod.
Albano.
Yeah.
I like
Hot
those
Rod.
guys. Yeah.
Hot Rod got
Who was the Superfly? Was that his name?
Superfly,
Yeah.
Jimmy Snuka, yeah. But Hot Rod, I used to love him. And then the night I got robbed in my car out by Drew Barrymore's place, he got his DUI.
Whoa. Hold on a second. Wait. When did that happen?
This is like 2-3 years ago.
We've had the story on the show.
Yeah. And
I'm new to this. I'm sorry.
it took the cops like an hour and a half to get to me after being robbed at gunpoint because they were arresting Roddy Piper, and there were only 2 of them in the area on duty.
Didn't he turn out kind of belligerent too?
I
Like,
mean,
yeah.
First of all, police.
It was outside the Comedy Store.
First of all, police. The man's name is Rowdy.
Yeah, Rowdy.
You should know what you're into here.
he should have different qualifications for
You can hear the
drunkenness.
cop, though, right? My billy club's name is Rowdier.
So okay,
Well, I'm sure you guys have seen that. He was in an episode within the last couple of years on Always Sunny, playing a kind of an out of work wrestler that was wrestling for like $25 on the weekends.
That's right. He wasn't always
good
funny.
old Hot Rod.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's great.
that was pretty good.
I liked him on Cold Case. What else was he in?
He
They Live or whatever.
They Live.
John Carpenter's They Live.
Yeah.
I want to go back and look at the Cyndi Lauper video again and see because we're missing a couple. We're missing a
It was
couple.
Lou Albano, Rowdy Piper. Who else was in it?
Was it Superfly?
I think it was Superfly.
Yeah.
Oh, Freddie Blassie. Classy Freddie Blassie.
Yeah.
Classy
And was
Blassie.
Andre in there?
Andre may have been in
Andre
there.
might have been in there. Yeah.
Andre was the best.
Yeah.
He was the
The
best
best.
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever
Anybody
get
wanna
to
be
meet
up?
Andre when you were doing that?
Well, I think I might have met him then. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
He might not have been in it.
You'd remember.
The line between reality and fiction is really blurred for
Yeah.
me.
That's how long you've been in the business.
I saw Princess Bride, so I must have met him. You know?
Right.
Sean, I got to tell you, we could talk Goonies, Lord of the Rings, Click, 50 First Dates all day, but for me, I'm telling you, my favorite performance of yours, I think it's an underrated film.
Oh, you're
I
talking about
think
Chicago. Yeah,
it's one of the best ever,
Yeah,
Rudy. I'm telling you, I love Rudy, and I cry every time I see it.
Thanks, man.
More than once. It's one of those
Is that why-
movies.
did you go to that screening the
Yeah.
other night just purely on like you wanted to see the movie?
Yeah, I
with us?
just wanted to see the movie.
Nobody brought you. You weren't there because of something.
No, I was just there to hang out,
That was
man.
It's not
great
for
night.
sale, man.
Yeah. It was awesome. And you guys told some great stories, and the stories about casting Favreau and Favreau learning from David, and then you working on your story was great. Encino Man.
Encino Man, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Memphis Belle. He kind of, you don't want to, like, Rudy saw me in Memphis Belle in the beginning of that movie. We're playing football, and I have my shirt off, and he said he stood up in the theater and went, "That's me. That guy can play me." But then there was something about Encino Man and walking out and calling, and I don't know exactly how that all went down, but what are you going to do?
I love that, though, that you could maybe
I was
get
so fat. That was not running during the Encino Man time.